Hello, welcome to the ancient lantern. Close your eyes if you haven't already. Let your body find the bed. Let the bed hold you. You don't have to hold yourself right now. Whatever you carry today, the worrying, the trying, the explaining yourself, the things that didn't work, the things that did but still left you tired. You can sit it down here. You are allowed to just be. Tonight, I want to tell you something that a man named Rumi wrote in the 13th century. A man who lost everything he loved and turned that loss into light. He called this poem The Guest House. And in the 800 years since he wrote it, no one has found a better way to say what he said about the emotions that visit us, the ones we welcome and the ones we wish would never come. Listen, this human being is a guest house. Every morning a new guest arrives. Joy, depression, meanness, some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. That's where we will begin tonight, at the door of the guest house, at the place in you that has to receive whatever comes. Imagine a house, not the house you live in now, not a house from memory. This house is older. It sits on the side of a hill, high up above the rest of the world, where the wind blows cool and clean, and the sky at night is very wide. The walls are made of pale stone, smoothed by generations of hands. The roof is flat. At night, in summer, she sleeps up there, under stars, so many and so bright. They look like a second ground. Her name is Alma. She has lived in this house for 40 years. She raised her children here. She buried her husband from this doorstep. She has made bread in this house more times than she can count. And she has learned something that most people spend their lives trying to avoid knowing. That a house is not something you close. A house is something you keep open. Alma had a guest room, not large, a mat on the floor, a lamp, a blanket, a small window that looked out onto the courtyard and the old trees. She called it the room for whoever comes, because whoever came. That was the teaching she had taken from years of living, that the door of a human heart is always receiving visitors. Whether the heart is ready or not, grief came. She had opened the door. Fear came. She had opened the door. And joy, bright, almost startling joy, had come too. Sometimes when she least expected it. Sometimes right after the sorrow, as if they had been traveling together, and she hadn't noticed until then. The year Alma turned 63, a visitor came to her door she had not seen in many years. It came at dusk, which is when the hardest things tend to arrive, when the day is dissolving and there is nothing left to keep you occupied. It was the feeling of being forgotten. You know this feeling? The sensation that the world has moved on without you. That the things you made, the love you gave, the years you spent, none of it quite landed the way you hoped it would. Alma sat with it at the doorway. She did not invite it in immediately, but she did not drive it away. She said quietly to herself, "This is a guest. It has made a long journey to reach me. I should at least hear what it has come to say." Rumi writes, "Welcome and entertain them all, even if they are a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture. Still, treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. For some new delight." What if the hard feelings, the ones you have been trying to outturn, the ones you have been staying busy to avoid, what if they are not your enemies? What if they are carrying something for you? Not a lesson necessarily, not some tidy meaning, but a clearing, a making space, a kind of interior renovation, that can only happen when you stop fighting what is there and let it move through. Alma made tea. She made it the way she always did, with dried mint from the garden and a small piece of ginger and water that had been boiling just long enough. She poured a cup for herself, and then, this is the part she could never quite explain, she poured a second cup. For the feeling, she set it on the low table she sat across from the empty space where the feeling seemed to be, and she said, "You are here. I can see that you are here. So, what do you need from me?" The feeling of being forgotten did not answer in words, of course. Feelings rarely do. But something shifted. When Alma stopped pretending it wasn't there. When she stopped keeping herself moving from one task to the next, from one distraction to the next. It got smaller, not gone, not resolved, not magically transformed into gratitude, but smaller, as if the act of being witnessed had released some of the pressure it had been holding. Seen, the feeling seemed to say, I only needed to be seen. Rumi pointed at something like this throughout his entire body of work. The practice of turning toward what is there, not away from it. Not analyzing, not solving, not transforming, just seeing. Turning towards something and allowing it to be exactly what it is, in your full presence. His whole poetry is an extended act of this. He turned toward grief, toward longing, toward the wound, and he witnessed them so completely that they became light. Not because they stopped hurting, but because he stopped abandoning them. Notice, if you like, what is visiting you tonight. Not to fix it, not to understand it fully, just to notice. Is it tiredness? The kind that sleep does not always reach? The kind that lives in the bones, in the place behind the eyes? Is it worry? The future reaching, shape-shifting kind that wears 100 different faces but always smells the same? Is it something softer? A tenderness, maybe, for someone you love, for yourself, for the version of you who tried hard today, even if no one saw. Name it if you can, or don't name it. Just let it be present. This story, this voice, this hour, this is a guest house too. You can bring everything you arrived with. It is allowed to be here. Rumi writes, "Be grateful for whoever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond." A guide from beyond. He means that nothing that arrives in you arrives without purpose, not even the darkest visitor, not even the feeling you are most ashamed of, not even the one you thought you had resolved years ago. And now, here it comes again, at the door. Because life keeps sending us the same visitors until we learn to sit with them long enough to hear what they are saying. That night, Alma put out the lamp and lay down on her mat. The feeling of being forgotten was still there. She could sense it in the room, the way you sense a presence even in the dark. She did not fight it. She let her body become heavy. She thought of her children somewhere out there in the world, making their own guest houses, learning their own lessons. She thought of her husband, the sound of his laugh, the weight of his hand and hers. She thought of the old tree in the courtyard, which had been there longer than she had, and would be there after. And she said, not out loud, just in the soft interior voice, "Thank you for the guests, even the hard ones. They have made me who I am." And she slept, the way you sleep when you are not fighting anything, the way you sleep when the house is open and you trust that what comes in the night will leave by morning, or if it stays, will have something to teach. You are allowed to sleep now. You have done enough for today, tired enough, worried enough, carried enough. The things still unresolved, they will be there tomorrow. You don't have to solve them tonight. Tonight, the only task is rest. And if something visits you in the dark, some feeling, some memory, some quiet ache, remember Alma and her second cup of tea. Remember that you can turn toward it and say, I see you. You are welcome here. What do you need? And sometimes that is enough. Sometimes that is everything. Rumi's guest house has a door, and the door is always open. Not because you are unprotected, but because you are strong enough to receive. Because what is inside you, all of it, the light and the shadow, the grief and the gratitude, the fear and the love, all of it is you, and all of it is welcome. Let your breath slow. Let the music carry you now. You don't have to listen anymore. You don't have to understand. Just let yourself be here, in the warmth, in the dark, in the guest house of this night. And sleep. Sleep deeply. Sleep well. You are not alone. You are never alone. The lantern is still burning. Good night.